As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village, with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a...
How many people could you help with 30 years?
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around? The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facility to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
Salutations, madam. I am Dr. John Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my...
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter.
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their value.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself.
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson. Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind...
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes...
Word of mouth. An article I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word...
My asylum's reputation precedes it, then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten day. Yes, hi. Hello. The name's Amos Colby, Northwood Detective Aid.
What seems to be the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him. That man, Well, the real Amos Colby lies 6 feet under in London.
No. In my line of work, it can't wait. The longer it takes me
If
to
you
get
wish
to
to
the truth,
recuperate,
the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed in
avail
harm's
yourself
way.
of...
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the... Herr Colby, from Northwood Agency? How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax.
Look, Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in
Now, let's not resort to brute force.
Do not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate. Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. I need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they? A truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse. The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp. Any chemist would envy the quality of this equipment. Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication. It sounds sinister, even for a place like this. I wonder if there are more frogs in the pond. Very sturdy. I might borrow it. What was that? Is someone there? I'm sure I heard something. Who's there? Show yourself. Hey, what are you doing?
You there! I command you to free me at once.
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
Fortunately for you, I'm here to stop the very same...
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival...
Tell me? The gall! The impertinence to bark such order!
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak? I am the great Napoleon!
Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, first consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have exacted my revenge against the guards who ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor.
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I disdain all glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything. A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken. Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting. Speech and the Cerebellum by S.A. Becker. Looks like it's still operational. This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. I can make out the names listed here. Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter? A painting in a mental institution. Vogel would be delighted. John Sallow, the Tulpa phenomenon. R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly. It appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here. I'd rather not sit in this chair ever again. This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself, build up a tolerance. There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax. Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway. Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed. This should suffice. Manufactured and packaged here. This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London. This should be enough to avoid unwanted attention, at least from a distance.
I will tear your lips from your skull with my fingernails!
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands!
I am quite certain you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what?
Only Heidi had answers.
I merely...
I said go, or you will spend your They took you away, and I'll never forgive them.
So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on haunted doll watch. Good lord, how unsettling. The damage seems intentional. Fabric burnt in the furnace. A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa. The garments of several dozen people at least.
Make them pay.
I believe I have found you.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to...
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi,
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
Tell me all you know about those...
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear. And the screams would stop.
Professor Gygax seemed...
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. Separated me and Heidi before she got here.
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember. Too bad.
How did you end...
The nurses say I'm prone to violent outbursts.
I... So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless. Orthodox reliquary commonly found in Eastern Europe, now in a cell halfway up the Alps. This stretcher was disinfected frequently. The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel. These are the same crates we found in London. I should take a closer look. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water. Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell. The kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous. This is the same design as the one from London. This trip was prolonged and perilous. A bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident. Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out. The doors can be opened for deliveries. Carriages were backed through these doors, and they began to unload their cargo in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. But all the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door. Doors can be opened for deliveries.
was so scared I'd lost you, Heidi.
I command you to let me out!
Locked. I suppose the reception will be guarded anyway. Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed. The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets? A truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse. painting in a mental institution. Vogel would be delighted. There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax. Darn. No way I can get past him without being noticed. Scratches. Something has been moved through here. This seems to be a locking mechanism. The whole thing must be a door.
make them pay for what...
I found Hell's Door, the one that made the foreigners silent. Gerda, please, I cannot get in.
How can you speak to me like nothing's wrong? Can't you... She's suffering.
Leave it with me, Gerda.
You're going to be good as new.
Will this help fix...
Give it to me.
How is she feeling?
Everything will be all right.
Gerda, I have a couple...
You...
She won't speak no more. Now it's only Heidi. You helped me, and I didn't cut out your eyes. So we're even. Now...
Heidi, there are things I need some clarity on.
Ask if you dare, but if I get bored... You bore us. Look, Gerda, the man is insane. The professor will treat him like she treated us.
Heidi,
Ask... You... Look...
Heidi,
Ask... You... Look...
Heidi,
Ask... You...
Heidi.
Ask...
I found Hell's Door, but it's locked.
Hell's Door? Never... You're so...
Heidi,
Ask...
I found...
Hell's...
That's not true.
And you... Your teeth will make a fine necklace. Look, Gerda, the man is insane. The perfect...
Heidi,
Ask...
I f...
Hell's...
That's not true. You, Gerda...
And you believe that snotty little girl? I'll personally ensure that she never dares to speak again!
Professor Gygax hurt you repeatedly, scarred your body and mind. You are not protecting Hell's Door. You are simply
I could tap your teeth out with a hammer until you choked on the blood and bits.
You could.
How?
I can stop her. But the key, Heidi, the key to Hell's Door...
Tell him!
But you said
And now I say tell him!
the professor. She has a special key. Keeps it close and only brings it down when new people go through. Behind those closed doors, those people start to sing. Oh, they sing in so much pain.
Gygax. Of course. Thank you.
Leave? You joke. Nobody leaves the Edelweiss. Now you will be with us forever!
At last! You came to your senses.
My humble apologies, Emperor.
Spare me your groveling, Englishman.
Of course, you are right as ever, for you see, time is of the... The Royalists have risen again, and your darling Josephine needs you. Paris needs you. But the guards upstairs in reception stand in your way.
Ha! They will pose no problem for the likes of me. Merci, Englishman. When I return to Les Tuileries, I shall make you a general.
Oh, you are too kind, Emperor. Now go. Your freedom awaits.
I am coming, Josephine. Josephine, le voilà. Catch him!
Psst. Watson. Over here.
Holmes? What are you doing here, and where did you get that outfit?
It is unimportant. I require your assistance.
What is happening, Holmes? I need an explanation.
It's quite simple. I created a distraction so that I could tell you something important, and in turn, I need you to acquire something important for me. Watson, we can discuss this later.
What? You really found all this on your own?
Focus, Watson. Logic dictates...
Holmes, I can't do this. I'm no spy.
Yes, you can, Watson. You are unfailingly dependable.
Dr. Watson, visitors are not permitted back here.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Kuntz. After the war, mine...
It is nothing. A patient attempted to escape. He will not get far. Now, if you would like to follow me.
Blood in the water. Someone must have washed their hands here recently. What have we got ourselves into, Holmes? The only reason to hang something this harrowing here would be to create another patient.
A visitor? No, you shouldn't have come here.
Give it to me. No, I don't want to. Why not?
Did you see my son? He's such a sweet boy.
I want them to fly!
Miss?
I hear them scratching. Don't you hear it?
I don't want to guard Block B tonight.
I'm struggling to remember something.
This area is off limits. A patient has escaped.
Looks dusty but functional.
Oh, we never use that. I think it connects somewhere downstairs.
Ah, Dr. Watson. Just the man I wanted to see.
Professor, I'm surprised you're not trying to catch that escapee.
Please, my time is far too valuable. I hope Nurse Kuntz has been taking good care of you.
He has certainly kept me out of trouble.
Professor, it is time for your appointment with your next patient, Mr. Wolf.
Herr Wolf can wait until tomorrow. I wish to speak with Dr. Watson.
As you wish.
You still see patients yourself, even as the director of this entire facility?
Only the important ones. And yet I rarely get to pick the brain of a man like yourself. I think it is time we got to know each other, no?
I'm afraid there's not much to know. I'm just an average chap living a rather prosaic life these days.
Dr. Watson, those of us who pursue knowledge are anything but average. Now, who are you?
I'm a physician in search of a stimulating career. I have patients, yes, but admittedly, I'm more interested in the cutting edge of medical research. So when I read about the Black Edelweiss and your work on the healing of minds, I simply had to learn more.
I suppose my Edelweiss was always destined to attract other curious minds. But before we continue, I want you to understand one thing. A broken mind can never be truly healed.
Ah, I see. So, what exactly do you do here?
It is simple. If you cannot fix a person's nature, you must force them to forget it.
Surely there are other methods of treatment.
How naive. You remind me of a man I once knew, Professor Becker. But we do not speak of him anymore.
A colleague?
The former director here. One day he realized that Edelweiss had outgrown him and had to leave his house. Do you grow weary of me already, Doctor?
I was simply admiring your office, Professor. Apologies.
While I am pleased you appreciate its practicality and appearance, we were discussing bigger things. Was my conversation boring you?
No, not at all.
No, I understand.
What do you mean?
It is obvious. Your mind...
I'm certainly intrigued.
Of course. Kuntz, take Dr. Watson back to the courtyard. Then tell the nurses to prepare the operation room, and the girl with...
Yes, Professor.
Our preparations will take a little time. I will come for you soon.
I hope everything is to your liking, Dr. Watson.
Get out while you can.
You're mean. That's rude. And I'm not. You're lying.
Minor birds, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful creatures. How sad that they're caged here.
Try to fly away! Escape, my little ones!
One of the patients there whispers to me all the time. He tells me such horrible things.
If you happen to meet him, tell him I'm here.
Too bad my parents had to leave so soon. I haven't seen them for months.
The nurses don't believe me. No one helps me.
Good lord, that's a lot of records. Photograph seems recent. A commemorative photo album. Been a while since I've been in one of these.
I hope you're finding your room comfortable, Dr. Watson.
Good lord, that's a lot of records. Photograph seems recent. Perhaps I should take this. For all I hope it won't be needed. Did a child make these?
Did you hear that a patient escaped? All the guards rushed off to find him.
You are Mr. Wolf.
Oh, hello. Who might you be?
My name is Dr. John...
Ah, doctor.
We're in the Black Edelweiss, Mr. Wolf.
But why am I here?
That's what I was about to...
I can't remember. Sorry, I can't remember.
It's all right. You don't need to push. Try to relax. Let the thoughts come and... Mr. Wolf?
Oh, hello. Who might you be? I'm sorry, but I don't think we've met.
We were just discussing this facility.
That name does sound familiar.
Holmes, the things I do for you. I am Dr. Watson, and Holmes is, well, you could call him my imaginary friend. That's just a little joke.
But why am I here, Doctor? Am I sick?
I'm sure I can take a look. Dear Lord, what did Gygax do to you?
Excuse me? Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Excuse me, who are you?
I don't know why I keep doing this, expecting something different.
No one is allowed in or out. Professor Gygax's orders.
I should resign, shouldn't I? This is all a bit...
Hello again. You won't remember me, and you are Professor Becker. You were the previous director of this facility. The
Professor, really? Actually, that name does sound familiar. Wait. Let me write it down. I try to recall.
As a matter of fact, I have more for you to jot down.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Professor Gygax did this to you. She made you forget everything, but we will play a trick on her. Dear Professor Gygax, I bitterly regret that I let my beautiful alpine flower fall up. I see now that you never deserved to sit as the director of the Black Edelweiss. You will be brought to justice and the world, and by the time you make it to my cell, the police will already know the truth of how you came to... Signed, Professor Becker.
There. It's done.
My name is John Watson. I'm a doctor from London, a veteran of Afghanistan, and I wish to be a writer, though deep down I fear I lack it. And presently I'm risking my life to help my... I'm tired and hungry, and I have not had a good bath in weeks, and yet
Good heavens, sir. You're as mad as...
One of the patients asked me to deliver this note. It's for...
A letter for you. Unbelievable. Kunz, with me.
Close, but I don't think this is the key. This is too small to be what Holmes asked for. An Edelweiss relief about 2 inches in diameter. This must be what Holmes was after. Nothing special about this.
Tooth of an adult male, likely lost in a beating. Only a couple of days old. The inside of the cuff is worn. It's been used often. A wax cylinder. There is something recorded on it. The writing is mostly gone. Phonetic symbols, perhaps. Looks as if it's been recently used.
Patagen. Ringlui Maglana Pakatulu. Rilye Wagana Gal Patagen. Ringlui Maglana Pakatulu. Rilye Waglana Gal Patagen. Ringlui Maglana Pakatulu. Rilye Wagana Gal Patagen.
Dynamo machine. Provides electrical stimulation for the person in the chair. Full grain leather straps. Impossible to escape. A very professional brain dissection.
Get out of my head!
Your iron fist is devoid of soul. Find reverence for the one and tremble.
Lord!
Cleft your surrender your soul and become a servant of madness.
Please! No more! Stop it! Watson! John! Somebody!
Wretched mortal, do not fear what is to come. Let him rupture our world anew. Awaken! And let the
world behold!
The light of the abyss is the light from the abyss. Get out of my head! Hydraulic elevator? How ingenious. Watson?
Holmes?
What are you still doing here?
Still? I was trying to find more information. Did you think I was just going to sit in my room twiddling my thumbs?
I only asked you to find the key. I had everything else under control.
Says the man who looks like he saw a ghost.
I'm fine, Watson.
You're hardly fine. You reek of congealed blood and chemicals. What did you see down there?
Never mind me. Where's Gygax?
I'm afraid she's over there. I found her like that when I entered, on my word.
What? She was our biggest lead.
Yet another wrinkle in our investigation. What do we do now, Holmes?
Hush. Let me think. Heidi, how did it end up here? The patients here wear the same robes. The pencil is buried deep all the way to the brain. Instant death. No traces of blood on her clothes. Must have got on her white overcoat.
We'd better inform the local police about this.
You're right, Watson. But first, we need to determine where our case goes next.
I had nothing to do with this, Holmes. I swear it.
We've got what we needed, Watson. This can...
You are joking.
I seldom do. There is nothing in this world that cannot be explained with logic and reason. Nothing in this world.
Holmes?
Hmm?
You seem troubled.
I'm not troubled, Watson. I am preoccupied.
That place was awful. Inhumane. It would be natural to experience some feelings of shock or fear.
Men reduced to gibbering imbeciles, numb beyond recognition, powerless to help themselves. When a doctor does go wrong, they are the first of criminals. They have the nerve and they have the knowledge.
That woman did not deserve the title. Such casual cruelty for such selfish aims.
I knew another man like that once. He treated my mother, perhaps even killed her, depending on who you ask.
My sincere condolences.
In the end, she was just a shadow of herself. The outline of the person I recognized, but lacking all else. She was pushed until she cracked. Should you see me cracking, John, I must ask you to intervene.
Nothing compels us to pursue this matter further, Sherlock. We can return to London, report what we have discovered. Let more capable hands take over.
Alas, there are no such hands. Were we to abandon our quest now, I fear no other would succeed in our stead.
We know nothing of what awaits, what dangers lurk in the darkness.
Nonsense. We draw nearer to New Orleans with every passing minute, and thus closer to the answers we seek. Those answers, for all their perversity and improbability, will, nevertheless, be the work of men. And that is a work I have studied well.
So be it.
I know you to be a diligent author, but if I may make one request. Kindly omit my mother and her suffering from your tale.
Of course.
Thank you, John.